Howdy POTA folks. Today we're camped in the Show National Forest in southern Wyoming. Our mission today is the Wyoming Sixfer, a spot where 4 trails all follow the same path through a herd management area right by a historical marker, and that makes 6. You ready? Let's go have some fun with ham radio. Okay folks, here's the deal. I'm at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. This is gonna be a special one. We're way up this mountain. This is the operating station here.
Kilo Echo 0 Victor India Mike parked apart.
The traveler has come.
He was a huge, beastly, bulging man. Plates were from Kansas.
Now the first step for any activation for me starts right here on the tailgate of the truck with the mock setup. I've got the antenna hooked up right over here. We got the battery hooked up. We're gonna turn on the radio, go to 14. We'll have a bit more traffic. All right, receiving a signal. We're transmitting. Do I have my logger? I got computer in here. I've got, well, let's make sure we see it. Yeah, got my computer right there, got my hand on it. Charged him up last night. I've got my Right in the Rain backup right here. And my final backup now is my phone. I can now log on Polo. So I got 3 logging options there, and I've got an operational station. I'm gonna make a pass through my checklist here and we'll be ready to take off. All right, we got the checklist all done, all set to go. Got everything we need. On our way. Let's go. Hopefully you can stay up there. I may have to hold you in place while I bounce down this forest road. So this Sixfer is kind of complex. There's 4 national trails, and those are pretty straightforward. I got the California, the Oregon, the Mormon Pioneer, and the Pony Express trails all following the same path. Get within 100 feet of those for my activation. All my equipment within 100 feet, and we're good. What's interesting about this is there's a parting of the ways and the false parting of the ways. The false parting of the ways, which is the only park that's an actual point that dictates where I need to be, it was a historical marker put out in the 1950s where people thought the trails actually split. Later this was learned to be incorrect, but the correct spot that was found was 9 miles farther down the trail and a lot farther from the highway. So rather than make that a historical marker, they kept the false parting of the ways, and we can go look at what's the wrong spot, what was once thought to be the right spot, kind of celebrate that location, I guess, and not go see the real spot. And even on parks on the air, you know, the activatable park is the false parting of the ways, not the actual parting of the ways. So kind of funny little bit of history there, just the way that all came together. But the false parting of the ways is right next to the highway. There's a nice little turn off. You got probably, I'm guessing there's a historical marker there of some kind and a plaque with some information. Then you've also got the herd areas. That's the 6th park, is the BLM herd management areas. Now, if you want to see some really crappy GIS mapping, BLM is your place. Bureau of Land Management, that is a fail. The best information that I found was on the POTA site, the link that's on the POTA site for the Continental Peak herd management area. Now it gets complicated because there are herd management areas and there are herd areas. Seems like 2 separate things. One of the 2 involves managing wild burros and horses. I think that's herd management area, but I may have that switched. But that's the difference between the 2. So in the Continental Peak herd management area, there's a herd management area to the east and then a regular herd area to the west, and that's where we'll be in. So it seems like, well, you're not in the herd management area, therefore you're not in that park. However, it appears that Parks on the Air judges that whole area as the herd management area, and it's just sort of sloppily named. How do I know that? Right across the highway is the Triangle herd management area. Actually, it's the Triangle herd area. Now you know the difference. There is no Triangle herd management area. So I know there's a precedence there where a herd area is in fact counted in POTA as the herd management area. Therefore, I feel comfortable being in the Continental Peak herd area, which is actually counted by POTA as part of the herd management area. Okay, so here's the situation report. The trail is just on the other side of this second barbed wire fence row here. So this is where our 4 trails are all combined. That's the California, the Oregon, the Mormon Pioneer, and the Pony Express National Historic Trails, all right here. The parting of the ways was where a lot of people traveling together would end up having to make a decision on which direction they were going to go. If they were going to take a more hazardous cutoff that saved some time, went in a different direction. And it was called the parting of the ways because the folks moving through would eventually split up. Some would go some way and some would go another. They'd shake hands and say their pleasantries and never know if they'd see each other again. That's the significance of this place. As you can see here, got a cow pooping in the background. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so this, I believe, on the other side of this fence is the triangle herd area. And it would seem as though on the other side of the highway is the Continental Peak herd management area. And it would seem as though if you look on the map that the road is the division between the two. This is Highway 28. I think it's Wyoming Highway 28. In actuality, if you look at the best source I've found is the link for the Continental Peak BLM herd management area, the park information page on the POTA site. If you click on the link there, that's got the best map. And if you zoom in on it, on this spot, you can see this turnoff. And you can see that the boundary for Continental Peak actually crosses the highway. It entirely encloses this turnoff like it was done on purpose. And maybe the trails itself, I'm not sure. But it is my belief because of that, I am in the Continental Peak herd management area. Okay, now I got to figure out what's 100 feet from this trail right here. This fence right here is the edge of the trail. I'm going to use my golfer's pace, which is 3 feet per step. We're going to go back this way and see where 100 feet ends up and where we need to be to activate these trails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Right here in this low spot. I'm kind of right in between this first plaque that I showed you. And then over here we got the marker that looks like a gravestone. So if I'm close to that marker or walking uphill to it, then I'm within the trails. I'm obviously on the historic point here as well. It is supposed to get breezy today. I'm out here a little earlier than I normally would be. I tend to be a late afternoon, evening activator. It is 11 in the morning, mountain time here. 1 o'clock out east. The wind is supposed to pick up this afternoon, and I'm hoping to get most of this done before it gets really fierce in the afternoon. So, you know, I'm going to run my vertical antenna. That'll be an issue. These microphones, hopefully with the DJI system, with the wind covers, they'll be okay. Hoping to get this done without having to endure too much of that wind. As you can see, this is some wide open country out here in southern Wyoming. The wind's gonna howl. All right, we're gonna get set up here and hopefully we'll get a bunch of people to the state of Wyoming and 6 parks with 1 call. Let's go. 14322. It is 11:51 a.m. local. KE0VIM, is this frequency in use? Kilo Echo 0 Victor India Mike, is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Nothing heard. Kilo Echo 0 Victor India Mike calling CQ POTA. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air from a Wyoming 6-fur. I am in false parting of the ways, US 6194, along with 5 others. CQ Parks on the air. Kilo Echo 0 Victor India Mike.
Victor Echo 7, Papa Oscar Echo.
Victor Echo 7 Papa Oscar Echo. I got you 5 and 5. My main park here is US 6194. I have 5 other parks as well. They're all listed on my QRZ page. I got you 5 and 5. 5 and 5 Wyoming.
Thank you for the 5 and 5. I'm running a whole 10 watts. I'm running one of these little Ubitix radios from India. Go ahead.
3. This is Kilo Echo 0 Victor India Mike calling CQ Parks on the air from the Wyoming 6-fur. Parks on the air.
Kilo Alpha 6 November Papa Delta.
Okay, I got 2 there. There's a Kilo Alpha 6 and another ending in kilowatt. Let's go with Kilo Alpha 6, please.
Kilo Alpha 6 November Papa Delta.
Kilo Alpha 6 November Papa Delta, you're 5-9 Wyoming.
Roger, Roger. I have you a nice 5-7 with good audio into Southern California.
Okay, very good. Appreciate that 5-7 to California. Thanks for hunting me today, 7-3.
7-3. Thanks for all the parts. And POTA on.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Who is that stationing in Kilo? Come on in.
November 0, Foxtrot Uniform Kilowatt.
All right, November 0, Foxtrot Uniform Kilo. That's one of the best calls I've ever seen. I got you 5 and 7, sir. 5 and 7 to Wyoming.
Roger, Roger. I've got you 5-5, 5-5-5 here into Northeast Iowa, QSL.
Copy that. Appreciate the 5 and 5 to Iowa. Thanks for hunting out there today, 7-3.
Yeah, 73. Thanks for activating.
All right, that park to park. Come on in.
Kilo Delta 8, Oscar Zulu Oscar, park to park.
Kilo Delta 8 Oscar Zulu Oscar. I got you 5 and 9 in my 6 parks. I do have them on my QRZ page, but if you need me to list them, I'll do it for you.
No worries. I grabbed a screenshot of all the parks on your QRZ page. I'm operating from US 3416 here into Southern California. QSL?
QSL, I got you at 3416. Thanks for the park to park today. Good luck to you, 7-3.
73s and good luck.
Conditions are real weird. Very up and down. Tons of people out west. A real interesting map so far, I'm sure. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. Kilo Echo 0 Victor India Mike from Wyoming. I'm at US 6194, false parting of the ways, and 5 other parks. CQ Parks on the air.
Kilo India 7, Romeo Hotel Juliet.
Kilo India 7, Romeo Hotel Juliet. You are 5 and 7 to Southern Wyoming. Back to you.
Yes, sir, you're 5 and 7 in Arizona.
Copy that. Appreciate that. 5 and 7 to the beautiful Grand Canyon State. Thanks for being out there today. 7-3. Kilo Echo 0 Victor India Mike. Parks on the air. France. QSL, Florida 5, Papa Yankee India from France. I got you 3x2. 3x2 into Wyoming, Whiskey Yankee. Back to you. Okay, copy that. I've got the 4x4 across the pond in France. Thank you, my friend. It's been a while since I've gotten any DX. Thank you for the call. France to Wyoming. Nice job. Bye-bye. 7-3. Kilo Echo 0 Victor India Mike. Parks on the air.
Kilo Delta 6, Delta Papa Charlie, park to park.
The Kilo Delta 6 park to park. Again, please.
Kilo Delta 6, Delta Papa Charlie, park to park.
Okay, Kilo Delta 6, Delta Papa Charlie. I got you 5 and 5, 5 and 5 to my 6 parks. I've got them on my QRZ page, but if you need me to list them, I will do that. You're 5 and 5 to my parks. Back to you.
I've got you at 5-9 here into US 3425.
Okay, roger that. The 5 and 9 and the 3425. Do you want me to list my parks over?
Sure, go right ahead.
Okay, park number 1 is 6194, that's 6194. Park number 2, 6161, that's 6161. Park number 3, 4578, that's 4578. Park number 4, 4566, that's 4566. Park number 5, 4573, that's 4573. And park number 6, 4576, that's 4576. That is my list. Back to you.
Copy all those. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Thank you very much. Have a great activation, 73.
This is Kilo Echo 0 Victor India Mike. Parks on the air.
Alpha Alpha 0 Zulu. Tango.
Well, hey, there's Kyle, Alpha Alpha 0 Zulu. I got you about a 5 and 7, my friend, to your, I'm calling it your Wyoming 6-fur in southern Wyoming. Back to you.
Very good, very good. Yeah, I just saw you spotted and got in front of the computer here. Great to get you. You're a 5757 Missouri. Thanks for activating for the 6-fur. This is awesome.
Right on, my friend. It's a pretty nice day out here if we just get the breeze to lay down a little bit. But yeah, we're getting it done. We're getting it done. Thanks for hunting and enjoy your Sunday, Kyle 73.
73, thanks for activating.
CQ Parks on the air. Kilo Echo 0 Victor India Mike. Okay, I hear that. Romeo Charlie Whiskey. Romeo Charlie Whiskey. Just your prefix, please. Just your prefix. Come on in.
Radio Charlie Whiskey 550.
Okay, I got your 5-5. I need your prefix. I need your prefix. Just your prefix, please.
Say again?
Prefix. I need the prefix for your call. Prefix for your call. I've got Radio Charlie Whiskey. What's your prefix?
Charlie Whiskey QSL.
We doubled. Prefix again, please.
Hey, thanks a lot for the contact. Have a great afternoon. I got all the information. 7-3.
Negative contact. I do not have your call. Call sign again, please. Radio Charlie Whiskey. I do not have your call. Call again, please. Shoot, that's a negative. Kilo Echo 0 Victor India Mike. Parks on the air. Was that Kilo 1 Bravo Zulu again, please? Okay, Kilo 1 Bravo Zulu. Thank you for that 4 and 4 to the state of Maine. I got you 3x2. You're 3x2 to Wyoming. Back to you.
USL 73.
It's a beautiful day right now. The wind's supposed to be howling and it's kind of sit down a little low spot. I don't know if that helps us. You got rises all the way around us there. Maybe that makes a little pocket there. That wind should be ripping through here. This is Kilo Echo 0 Victor India Mike. Last call for QSY. Parks on the air. Nothing heard. Kilo Echo 0 Victor India Mike. Gonna QSY to 15 meters. I'm gonna shorten the antenna whip, which it will probably appreciate. We'll try 15 meters. I'll call there a few times and see how it goes. I haven't had a pile up on 15 in a while. But we'll give it some time. Maybe we'll get a few more and then we'll call it good for the day. For 15 here, I'm just gonna check real quick and see if I have cell signal. I've not tried yet. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere, if you haven't noticed. I don't see any cell towers around. There's plenty of high points for some cell towers. Yeah, I think here and my whole drive here all the way from the campsite, it's SOS only. I do not have signal here. I'm not going to be able to spot myself. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to strategically
Unbeknownst to me, was Rockin.
search 15 meters here.
Just when I was reaching up to replace
Hopefully,
the boards, it collapsed.
I'll find a
I
park
fell
station
through.
and set up next to them. We'll see. That's not it.
Oh.
Kilo Echo 0, Victor India Mike. Is this frequency in use? KE0 VIM. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Nothing heard. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. Kilo Echo 0, Victor India Mike from 6 parks in Wyoming. CQ Parks on the air. Kilo Echo 0, Victor India Mike. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. No spot. Keep making noise. CQ Parks on the air. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. It is hard to work other bands if you don't have a spot. I gotta hope that someone just tunes past me. That's why I'd like to find another activator and set up right next to them. None heard. I don't know if there's anyone activating voice now on 15 meters or not. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air.
Kilo 5, Victor, Victor.
Kilo 5, Victor, Victor. That is a nice signal. I got you 5 and 8. 5 and 8 to my 6 parks in southern Wyoming. Back to you.
All right, 6 parks. Well done. I hope you're having a good activation so far. Here, 5 and 8 as well in Louisiana. Over.
Yeah, it's been real good so far, but I just moved to 15 meters and I can't spot myself, so it's been kind of slow going. Do you have the ability to spot me?
Yeah, I sure do. Why don't you give me one of the park numbers, over?
Yeah, it's US 6194 6194, and all of them are listed on my QRZ page.
Okay, I'll spot you in 6194, and I'll put the other ones in the spot too so people can find it for you, over.
Matthew from Louisiana, Kilo 5, Victor, Victor, tuned by and found me. That's a hero right there. Kilo Echo 0, Victor India Mike, Parks on the air.
Whiskey Bravo 4 Echo.
Whiskey 3, Uniform Romeo Lima. Alpha 5, Echo Yankee.
Alpha 5, Echo Yankee, band number 2 today. I got you 4x4. 4x4 to my 6 parks. That's 12 for you today in Wyoming.
Alrighty.
Echo Alpha 1 Alpha Foxtrot. Very good evening. Echo Alpha 1 Alpha Foxtrot. Your report is 55 Spain. 55 Northern Spain. Thank you for the power, Michael. Alpha India 5 Kilo Delta.
Alpha India 5 Kilo Delta. Thank you. You are 3x3. 3x3 to my 6 parks in Wyoming. Back to you. You okay in there? CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air.
Whiskey 0 Victor Zulu Park to Park.
November 5, Oscar Mike. Whiskey Quebec 9, Victor.
Thank you very much, Cowboy State. I got you good 5 and 5 down here in Deep South Texas. Kilo Oscar Oscar November Sierra Mike. Charlie Foxtrot. Kilo 1 Mike Charlie Oscar.
Okay, got a bunch of you there. How about
Number 9789 Echo Zulu supportable. Target 3 53
Nova Scotia? That's like Maine bonus. All right, we are all loaded back up, back in the truck. Get some air flowing. Switched over to 10 meters and just didn't hear much there. A couple strong signals coming from overseas. I mean, I'm sure they were strong, but they weren't strong to me. So I just decided to call it good. I had 122 contacts at 6 different parks. So that multiplies out to over 700 contacts today over 6 parks. That's pretty good work for a late morning and early afternoon. Pretty happy with that. Even got AA0Z in the log. He was kind of the inspiration of this whole activation because on his channel, which you should check out, AA0Z, Kyle just kind of gave a theoretical discussion about if this was a 6 for here with the 4 trails going through the historical marker and the herd management areas. And it took a little bit to confirm. We felt pretty much confident that it was there. But exactly which herd management areas, do they count? Did the Continental Peak count? Those are the things I was looking into. And it all worked out. And knowing that we would be in northern Colorado, heading up into Wyoming this year, I knew we'd be coming by this spot. So I put it on my list for activations to hit this year. So we give Kyle a big thank you. He is a good friend to the Travelin Ham, and it was great to get him in the log today. I sent him an email yesterday to let him know I'd be out here, and he was sure to be ready. That was pretty fun. This would be a good spot for a rove. Not only you have 6 parks right here, but there's a bunch of parks over my shoulder across the highway back here behind us. More herd management areas. There's another one just on the other side of the fence out there where you saw that cattle. That was Triangle BLM herd area. There's other historic markers around here. It's a target-rich environment here on Highway 28. I think Wyoming Highway 28 between Farson and Lander on the other end. If you guys have made it this far into the video and you feel like contributing to the Traveling Ham, you can do so on buymeacoffee.com, and you can buy the Traveling Ham a gallon of diesel. We'll call you diesel donors. I'll have a link down in the description. If contributing money isn't your bag or it's not the right time, believe me, I get it. Probably one of the best things that anybody can do is simply to subscribe, like, share, comment, dislike, doesn't matter. This is Kilo Echo Zero Victor India Mike after another completed adventure, activating the Wyoming 6-fur 7.3.
Okay, folks, here's the deal. I'm at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. This is going to be a special one. We're way up this mountain. This is the operating station here.
Kilo Echo Zero Victor India Mike, park to park.
The traveler has come.
He was a huge, beastly, bulging man. Plates were from Kansas.